before we talk about the seconds, this one's coming from Alex Kidd. Not Alex the Kid.
Ooh.
Bent is confused. Tetris goes on forever, he says.
It doesn't go on forever. Nothing goes on forever.
It does.
It doesn't.
Time. Numbers.
Numbers go on forever today?
Yeah.
Essentially, it stops.
No, it can't. How can a number stop?
Well.
Numbers go on forever, Benny.
Yeah, okay. It's been pedantic.
No, it's not. Tetris.
Rocket.
Tetris goes on.
Well,
He says...
Listen, say the word right first.
Tetris. He says you get a rocket when you die with a high enough score. But he says it goes on forever.
No, 200.
I mean, it does go on forever.
Completed it, mate.
What have you made of Chelsea getting rid of Graham Potter?
I wanted it to work for him. I really wanted it to work for him, but unfortunately it hasn't. Tactically, we used to praise him for that. Too many changes. But I heard Stephen Warnock say it this morning, and he's right. The simple things will get you very far, but will get you really, really far. Whenever you're struggling, you go back to basics, do the simple things well. And he tries to overcomplicate it at times. Even yesterday, when I saw Reece James playing I think it was a right-sided centre-back, and Loftus-Cheek at right wing-back. Reece James is one of the best wing-backs in the world. Like,
why would you do that?
You look at Chelsea's better performances over the last couple of seasons. It's come when you've got Reece James at right wing-back and Ben Chilwell, who I thought was very good against West Ham. Ben Chilwell was their best attacking option.
Yeah.
You put Reece James on the other side.
He scored a header and hit the post, didn't he?
Exactly. You could put Reece James on the other side. You've got two of the best pairings, but him trying too many things, and then the whole striker situation, the middle of the park defensively, he tried too many things and it just didn't work. And at the end of the day, it's cost him his job.
I have to say, right. So when Ed Woodward was at Man United, right, I got it both barrels from Cundy about how poor he was, right.
Yeah.
We've seen it with other clubs, like with Daniel Levy in Spurs, right. I think you have to talk about Todd Boehly, right? He has allowed his club to spend the best part of just over £600 million.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but it looks like maybe a Cucurella, but not one of the signings they've spoken to the manager about.
Yeah.
Right? Name me, for the money they've paid, for £600 million, name me how many players have been good value. I put this out on Twitter yesterday. I don't use Twitter, but I did for this. The name that come back was João Felix. I'm like, well, you haven't even bought him. He's on loan.
I would go, if you look at what they've spent and who's done well, I'd say Badiashile, centre-half.
Yeah.
But again, he's been...
about 30 million.
Yeah, I think he's done very well.
Yeah.
I think João Felix has done okay.
But okay. Enzo Fernandez, 115 million.
I like Enzo, though. I think he's been good.
What about Mudryk? Awful.
He's been awful.
You've dodged a bullet there, by the way. Arsenal.
Just mad is that, and I feel sorry for him. And I know I shouldn't, but I've been there. Do you know what? It's a big transfer fee. You're nervous. You're trying to justify that transfer fee as quick as possible. But he looks like at the minute he's playing with a man with no confidence. I remember going to Spurs for the record fee at the time. First couple of games, you're trying to do something. You're trying to do something to kind of justify the money that people paid for you.
Yeah.
And if you just relax, it comes more quickly. But even when you look at his finishes, one of them he should have squared to Kai Havertz, who taps it in the empty net, and the second one he's taken it so early he could have gone another 5 yards,
just inside the box when
he could have gone round the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He could have gone round the keeper either way,
yeah,
or just rolled it into the corner as the goalkeeper came out. But at the minute he just got no confidence. But I think he will come good. But
I don't think there's any connection between the owner, Todd Boehly, and whoever's going to be the manager. Right? I don't feel sorry for Graham Potter because he's going to get something like £20 million payoff, right? I can't feel sorry for anyone that's had their pocket lined with £20 million. The reason I may feel sorry for him is because he was in charge of everything at Brighton, and all of that has been taken away when he went to Stamford Bridge.
Well, it's levels.
Right? No, I know, I understand that, but also the one thing that drove me insane was Todd Boehly and Chelsea going, we're not like the old regime here. Yeah. We're not going to sack. We're not a sacking. And the thing that annoys me about that sentence is football is a business, right? And with a business, if you start losing money, whoever's responsible in the eyes of the person that owns it goes.
Yeah.
If you start losing games and it costs your club money and you can't qualify for European football, you can't qualify for the Champions League, you're going to get the sack, right? It's like any other industry. If you're not making enough money, you'll go.
Yeah.
I don't know why the club came out and said that. They've made an absolute fool of themselves by saying that. Because all clubs now, we've seen it, there's 12 managers have been sacked this season in the Premier League alone. All clubs, that's the way football is now. If you don't get the results, you get sacked.
Yeah.
I don't know why Chelsea have come out and said that.
Well, I think they had intentions of doing the right thing. They wanted to do the right thing,
but why would they even believe that?
It just hasn't worked. I mean, I thought maybe they would have given him to the end of the season because although their form in the league has been a disaster, from the amount of money they've spent, where they are in the league is atrocious. They shouldn't be there. The fact that they're still bobbling along in the Champions League, I thought they would have given him the opportunity to at least try and progress in that. Now, if they'd have gone out to Real Madrid next, then they could have maybe, even though it could have been a few games left of the season, I thought then they would have gone, you know what? There's literally absolutely nothing more to play for this season. It's not worked. Thanks for everything that you've done. Goodbye. But the fact they are still in the Champions League, and there's no reason why they can't get past Real Madrid. I know Real Madrid won it last year, but it's not like it's out of the question. They'll never beat Real Madrid. So I thought they would have let him see that out, and then if it hadn't worked, got rid of him. But at the end of the day, as you said there, football is a business, and the owners have tried to do the right thing. They've sent out all the right messages. It's about a different process. It's about a long project. We believe in him. It's about building the squad. Ultimately, they're like every other. The owner from previous. They have to get Champions League football. They need success now.
I agree with you, but I think since he's come in, Todd Boehly has made Chelsea so much worse.
He has
so much worse.
He has, and he hasn't.
But they're not better in any shape.
What I will say is, no, they're not.
He's had a scattergun approach to players in the transfer market.
I get that, but it is a scattergun approach. But if you look at the signings that they've made, how many of them before they got to Chelsea are bad players? None.
Well,
so they've got good players.
I don't know.
João Felix is not bad. He's one of the most expensive players on the planet.
I'm not saying that, but they've overpaid for players they don't need.
Potentially, but my point is that he has brought in good players. They're just not playing well at the minute. Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup winner. João Felix was one of the most expensive, I think it was teenagers on the planet.
Yeah. Talk about Raheem Sterling.
He's injured. So
I know, but what I'm saying is his form. He was been playing at wing back.
You see, all these little things there, just keep it simple, but it's cost him his job, but it's whoever gets the job.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.